you might have someone that is in person that's doing that, that doesn't need to be doing that. So they're costing you 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000 a year. They're doing something that an AI employee could be doing better, more strategically, with more accuracy, and you're making a human do it. That's a leak.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, my friends, for joining me. I have just come back from a conference that I thought was absolutely phenomenal. It was not my conference. It was just a conference that I attended, and I had two team members attend with me. It was just really, really awesome. And I want to talk about my biggest takeaway for you all that I got from the conference. But I'm going to also promote the conference too. I am not an affiliate for it, but one thing you guys know about me, if it's helping me, I want it to help all the people I care about. And I care about you. Vault Conference, VAULT Conference. It was in Orlando, which is part of the reason why I went. Plus, I felt like I needed to kind of like just get excited and motivated and recalibrate. I knew it was going to be like big thinking stuff, So I brought two of my team members with me. It was great. But what I think was so cool is it brought me back to my roots of two things. Number one, the guy who was the host of the conference is someone I've been following for 7 years. Patrick Bet-David. He has a channel on YouTube called Valuetainment. It has been instrumental in part of my growth as an entrepreneur. And so I've been following him since 2018. I'm sure the channel's been out maybe 2014 or so, but I've been following him since 2018, and he's just been awesome. And so anyways, this was this conference. I think it was the sixth time they have done it. It was between 8,000 to 10,000 people. And as I was meeting people throughout the conference, because I'm there to network and all the other stuff and to just get big ideas. And guys, it was amazing that I don't think I met anybody in any industry multiple times. Isn't that crazy? Oh, okay. Actually, one. There was one guy that was doing medical transportation, and there was one lady that worked for an insurance company that wanted to do medical transportation. But besides that, it was like construction workers. It was roofers. It was people having automotive companies. It was like everything. It was so awesome just to see that even though we're different collectively, we're all entrepreneurs and business is business. And so that was it. It was an awesome conference. Let me give you my big takeaway that I believe that you guys can get from this. And maybe I'll even promote his conference. It's going to be in Vegas next year, by the way. And I would love to see a lot of healthcare professionals like level up and start going to these. Actually, it's making me even wonder if I should do SSHC Live again. Like, that's how fired up I am, from this. But okay, let me get to the things I wanted to talk about on the podcast. Leaks versus opportunities. So in the conference, if you guys are not watching this on video, if you're listening on the podcast, I'm holding up a manual. It was a 280-page manual that they had for the entire conference. And there was like 5 different themes that they had for the 3 days, right? And after they talked about each theme, they talked about leaks and opportunities. What are the leaks and opportunities right now in your business? This is what they said. A successful entrepreneur business owner eventually learns to identify leaks and opportunities in their business. At any given time, right now, there are leaks that are costing you lots of money. There are opportunities that you are not taking advantage of that's costing you lots of money. Either way, we should be constantly looking at, in different aspects of our business, what are the leaks that are present that we can plug up immediately so we stop bleeding money? And then what are the opportunities that are present that we can start to execute on so that we can start to make more money, right? So remember, business is about like making more money and generating more money than what you're spending. Okay. I know it's super complicated, but really that's a game, right? And so we can do that in 2 ways. We can stop wasting money. We can also figure out opportunities to generate more money, so we're helping more people. All right. So with that said, what they have is they have this thing. I'm showing the manual right now as $100,000 leaks, $100,000 opportunities, $1 million leaks, $1 million opportunities, and then $10 million leaks, $10 million opportunities. Right. So look, I don't know if any of you that are listening are at that level where you have a $10 million opportunity. Okay. I don't know if you have a $10 million leak. I can't say that. And I also don't feel comfortable saying, hey, every single one of you that's listening right now has $1 million leak or $1 million opportunity. All right. But what I can say for certain, I don't care who you are, you have a $100,000 leak and you have a $100,000 opportunity. And I know what it is for 99% of you. So that's what I'm actually going to talk about on this episode. What is your $100,000 leak? What is your $100,000 opportunity? All right, let me give you a quick example. A couple of days ago, I pulled up my Gmail and I saw this charge. And it was a charge from a company called Lead Quizzes. Lead Quizzes is a company that you've probably seen them on like Facebook or Instagram. It's like, hey, take this personality quiz. Okay, a lot of times they're coming from different software, and the software that I was using for it's called Lead Quizzes. Here's the problem. I'm paying $444 for that software, and I'm not using it. I'm not using it on a continual basis. And inside of the software that I have that I've white labeled, it actually has the ability for me to do quizzes. So why am I paying $444 for that? That's a leak. That's a leak. That could be an opportunity where I could start using it and execute on it and start to get leads so that the $444 is actually paying off. But right now, if me not using it is making a total leak. So you know what I did? I canceled it. I said, you know what? I don't need to do this right now. I'm wasting money. That's a leak. That's what I'm talking about. You could have an employee in your business that you're paying $60, $70, $80, $90,000 to, and they are not generating value and income in a way that it makes sense to pay them that. That's a leak. Okay. You can also have areas that you are not serving people and you know that they would take you up on those things, but you're not doing it because you're too busy or I don't have enough time or I don't have enough help. Okay. That's an opportunity. So these are the leaks and opportunities that are present and many of us we're not addressing them. And what it say here, a successful entrepreneur eventually learns to identify the leaks and opportunities in their business. Because if you don't do that, you will eventually go out of business, right? So the question is, what are the leaks and what are the opportunities in your business? I believe for every single one of you, the $100,000 leak and $100,000 opportunity is you not hiring more specialists right now that costs virtually nothing. That is the leak. That is the opportunity, okay? And you're wasting money. Here's how you're leaking with that. You're wasting money because you might have someone that is in person that's doing that doesn't need to be doing that. So they're costing you $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90,000 a year. They're doing something that an AI employee could be doing better, more strategically, with more accuracy, and you're making a human do it. That's a leak. Okay. And you're probably not taking advantage of it because you don't know how to build out AI employees. All right. And so like you probably need to address that. Okay. The opportunity could be that, oh my gosh, I don't have enough time. There's something I've always wanted to do a digital product. I've always wanted to do a membership. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to start this thing. I've always wanted to have 24/7 access to me, or I want to have 24/7 access to my team, but I don't have the money. Well, you're not taking advantage of the opportunity. Right now, that same AI employee has the ability for you to be able to do those things that you don't have the time to do. That's an opportunity. So I believe every single one of you, you're sitting on that. You're like, but Greg, I don't have a business. Well, just the fact that you could learn this and then do this for other people that don't have the time to do it is an opportunity. Okay. So that's really it. Now, the question is how do you build those things out? I'm kid you not. I'm recording this podcast and I have a training with about 40 people showing them how to build this out. For those of you that want to learn how to build this out, I would highly advise you to go to this site. You're probably late for it now because you're getting this podcast on a Tuesday and I did this on the Monday, but you can listen to the entire replay and training and you can watch how I do it and you can go step by step and just watch me. This will make you so much money because it is a skill that is allowing you to scale people's businesses. Okay, let me show you guys how I'm doing this. All right, so this actually, I'm pulling this up on a screen. This is why custom GPTs are so important. And I've used all these slides to show people my 7 steps of how I do this. I have used this to be able to create so many GPTs that I'm using to run my business today. I'm using GPTs, guys, to be able to build out webinars. I'm using GPTs to be able to build out my social media platforms. I'm using GPTs right now to be able to have a 24/7 on-demand version of me. I'm using it to be able to write my 9th book of the year. And this book is going to be about a 275 to 300 page book that I've done in less than 14 days from start to finish. I've used these GPTs to be able to get me on podcasts. I've used it to be able to get me to be able to write descriptions for my book, to be able to write my emails, to be able to craft up my marketing strategies, to be able to help me with thinking of different contrarian and radical ideas so that I stick out in the marketplace in my industry. You guys, this is unbelievable what we have access to. All these specialists, and they're virtually free. Come on. These are leaks and opportunities that every single one of you should be able to take advantage of right now. So if you don't know how to do it, it's 7 steps. I'm walking people through these 7 steps of what you got to do. It's not rocket science. It's just, hey, like I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. So incomeaccelerator.ai/start is my community. If you join the community at the founders level, you get 25% off of it for the year. It is a $750 community for the year, which is just around $70 a month. But even if you're like, hey, I'm not there, but I really want to do this, Greg, I want to bring goodwill to you. And the goodwill is you can sign up for the community for free for 14 days. You can watch this training that I did. It'll take you about 45 minutes to just go through how to actually, the whole thing will take you 10 minutes to do, but 45 minutes to watch what I'm saying and then go ahead and do it and then cancel it. Like, I honestly don't care. I know this. If I can get you guys to make money, you'll spend money with me when you have it. But like, you can do that like right now. There's no reason why you can't do that. So please, come on, guys, stop leaking. Literally and metaphorically, okay, and let's start taking advantage of opportunities. They're in front of us. You just have to take advantage of it. All right, love you guys. Till next time.